Hello, my name is Curtis Easton. Today I will be explaining to you Young Living's compensation plan. My goal is to make this creative for those of you who have a little bit different learning style. Hopefully this will stick with you. First, I'm going to be going through the introduction of terms that we'll be using, and then I'll start breaking down the compensation plan according to commissions and the various different bonuses and rank structure that's available. And whenever I get to that section, I will be having some helpers that I'll introduce along the way. I want to draw your attention first to these signs that I have to kind of introduce the various terms. They're color coded, and as I go through the presentation later, each color will be associated with each term, so that'll hopefully help connect your mind to the various terms as we go through. The first term is PV. This stands for personal volume. Personal volume is how much an individual orders in a month, and typically it's very close to $1 per PV. However, because Young Living is international and the monetary exchange rates change from time to time, the one-to-one is not always the case, and also there are some products that are not oils, for example diffusers, pots and pans, stuff like that. Those things are generally half the dollar amount equals, for example, $2 equals 1 PV typically. With those things it can vary, but for the oils and blends themselves, it's typically 1-to-1. And once again, that is personal volume of what one individual orders in a month. The next term is OGV, organizational group volume. If a person has a team, then the organizational group volume is how much that entire team orders in 1 month. So that includes the person in question, as well as everybody that they've sponsored and everyone that those people have sponsored, and on down the line. Personal group volume is similar to organizational group volume, and up through the rank of executive, they're going to be the same. But after the rank of executive, you get to silver and above, organizational group volume and personal group volume are going to change. They're going to be a little bit different. So the difference is organizational group volume is still the total volume that is ordered by everyone in your organization. If I'm a silver, then my entire team adds up together their personal volume to equal my organizational group volume. My personal group volume is everybody on my team, including myself, who is not a silver or above. So if I have silvers or golds or platinums or anybody of those ranks beneath me, their team total adds up and is included with mine to be included in my organizational group volume, but not in my personal group volume. And why that matters will be seen later on. The next term is generations. Generations is another term that applies only to the ranks of silver and above. If I'm a silver, I am my own generation, and that just means that in addition to the normal commissions I'm getting paid on my team members, then I get an extra percentage, which we'll discuss whenever we get to the discussing the rank structure and how different people are paid. If I have a silver underneath me, then they are also their own generation, and they would be considered my first level generation. So once again, that will become more clear hopefully when we get to the commissions portion. The last term I want you to know about is ER. That stands for Essential Rewards. This program is very beneficial for anyone who is making monthly orders. Anybody who has joined Young Living to try to build a business will need to be on Essential Rewards, ordering at least 100 PV or more, because there are certain bonuses that are associated with that we'll talk about later. However, even if you're not really interested in building a business, but you are ordering every month, Essential Rewards is a great program to be on because it gives you reduced price and shipping. It allows you to earn free product, and once again, for those who are building a business, it can help you earn certain bonuses. Now, if you're on this program, you need to be ordering at least 50 PV each month because that is the minimum price for this program. There are more details about this program, but today's class is mostly going to be about compensation plan, and so where that touches on Essential Rewards, I'll be discussing Essential Rewards, but I'm not going to get into like all the details of this program for this particular class. This is my wife Rachel. She will help us understand the rank of distributor. Distributor is the first rank in Young Living, and there are kind of two levels to distributor. In order to be a distributor, you have to order 50 PV in a month, and that allows you to be to earn certain bonuses, but not your commissions. And so that's why there's two levels. The first level is 50 PV, where you earn bonuses. Second level is 100 PV, where you earn your bonuses and commissions. First, we're going to talk about commissions. We're going to save bonuses for a second section. So if Rachel orders 100 PV, then she's eligible to earn commissions. And the way she would do that is if she recruits somebody else or sponsors them in Young Living and they make orders. So Rachel's first sponsorship will be Abigail. Abigail is in Rachel's first line, and then Abigail sponsors Lizzie. Lizzie, come. Here's our friend Lizzie that Abigail sponsored. So now Abigail's on Rachel's first line and Lizzie is on Rachel's second line. And if Rachel's still a distributor, then anytime Lizzie orders 100 PV, then Rachel is going to earn $5. And Abigail is going to earn $8. And when Abigail orders 100 PV, Rachel is going to earn $8. So for the first line, a distributor earns 8% on the first line, 5% on the second line. A distributor can't earn money on anybody below that. So if Lizzie were to recruit somebody, Abigail and Lizzie would both make money on those orders, but Rachel would not until she makes a new level. And that's the reason why you want to try to level up. But for the rank of distributor, if they're ordering 100 PV, they get commissions of 8% and 5%. Okay, now we're going to discuss the rank of star. Lizzie is our star today, and in order to be a star, you have to have 100 PV order in the month that you want to attain that rank, plus your entire team has to order 500 OGV. And if Lizzie ordered 500 OGV or 500 PV all by herself, she would still be a star. Or if she had recruited some people and all of their orders together equaled up 500 OGV, either way, doesn't matter, she's still a star. What that means is, whereas distributor got paid on 2 levels, star gets paid on 3 levels. If Lizzie recruited Abigail, then Abigail is on Lizzie's first level, and then Abigail recruited Ezra, and Ezra is on Lizzie's second level and Abigail's first level, and then Ezra recruited Rachel, and Rachel is on Ezra's first level, she's on Abigail's second level, and she's on Lizzie's third level. And all together, they equal at least 500 PV OGV. Abigail, hold this OGV sign. That represents your team, so hold it high above everybody, like that. Since Lizzie's getting paid on 3 levels because everyone ordered 100 PV. She gets 8% on the first level, 5% on the second level, and 3% on the third level. So she gets $8 for Abigail, $5 for Ezra, and $4 for Rachel. Abigail gets $8 for Ezra and $5 for Rachel. Ezra gets $8 for Rachel. Because, as you can see, Abigail and Ezra are both distributors since they both made a 100 PV order. And Lizzie is a star because their whole team did 500. And that is the rank of star. Okay, now we're going to talk about the rank of senior star. Ezra is our senior star now, and to be a senior star, he still has to order 100 PV in a month, and now his team has to order 2,000 OGV. Now, this can be his order by himself, or this could be his order plus those people he's sponsored. Being a senior star means that now he gets paid on 4 levels instead of just 3. So if Ezra recruited Jesse, come on up here, Jesse. He's on the first level. And then Jesse recruited Johnny. This is Johnny of the 7 Isles here. He's on Ezra's second level. And Johnny recruited Warfield here. Warfield is on Ezra's third level. And Warfield recruited Rachel. So Rachel is on Ezra's 4th level. And all the levels, all these people together added up to 2,000 OGV with their orders for this month. So I'm going to put this little 2,000 down here with Warfield so you can still see it. And then I'm going to pay everybody. Now, obviously, everybody doesn't always have to order 100 PV every month, but this is just for training purposes. It's easy to do the math on this. If Rachel orders 100 PV, then Johnny's going to get, Warfield's going to get paid $8. Johnny's going to get 5. Jesse's going to get 4. Ezra's going to get 4. And because Warfield ordered 100, Johnny's going to get 8 for that. Jesse's going to get 5. Ezra's going to get 4. And then for Johnny's 100 PV order, let them see your 100 PV order there. Jesse's going to get paid 8. Ezra's going to get paid 5. And for Jesse's 100 PV order, right there, Ezra's going to get paid 8. And that's the rank of senior star. Rachel is an executive, and an executive gets paid on 5 levels. We've talked about each rank. Distributor gets paid on 2, star gets paid on 3, senior star gets paid on 4, executive gets paid on 5 levels. For her first level, she gets paid 8%. For her second level, she gets paid 5%. For levels 3, 4, and 5, all 3, she gets paid on 4%. From now on, from executive, silver, gold, platinum, all the way up the rank structure, you can only get paid on 5 levels, and it's always going to be 8%, 5%, 4, 4, 4. Now, silver and above are going to have other pay structures we're going to talk about later, but as far as direct commissions on your team, it's just 8, 5, 4, 4. One of the main differences with executive is that now Rachel has to start becoming a leader. And so with executive, she can't just order 4,000 PV and equal her 4,000 OGV that she needs for her rank. She does have to have a 4,000 OGV, but in addition to that, she needs 2 legs that each have 1,000 OGV. So Abigail's a leg over here, and she has her team members Cinderella and Baby Grace here, and all of them put together ordered 1,000 OGV in a month. But she has to order her 100 PV for herself, Rachel has to order her 100 PV for herself, and then Lizzie is the second leg. She has to have ordered 100 PV for herself, and then her team, we have Little Flower and Felicity here, and it doesn't matter whether these two order 100 PV, but the whole team, all three of them put together, have to order 1,000 OGV. So Rachel needs 4,000 OGV total and 2 legs with 1,000 OGV each for executive. Okay, now we're going to talk about a term called compression, or sometimes it's known as roll-up. For this example, I've inserted myself into this rank structure here. Rachel is still an executive. To be an executive, she still has to have her two legs of 1,000 OGV, but we're only going to focus on one for the purpose of this example. And as you may notice, okay, so I've inserted myself. Rachel has sponsored me. I've sponsored Abigail. But my PV, the order that I made this month, is 50. It's not 100 like these other ladies. And so because my order was only 50 PV, I'm not eligible for commissions. Since I am not eligible for commissions, then even though Abigail is on Rachel's second level, she rolls up or is compressed into the first level. So now Rachel is getting paid 8% on my 50 PV order, and she's getting paid on 8% on Abigail's 50 or 100 PV order. And those people on Abigail's first level who are on Rachel's third level, Rachel will get 5%. Everybody bumps up one because of me, because I did not order 100 PV. If I had, then I would be on Rachel's first level, Abigail would be the second at 5%, and so on. But because of me, everybody rolls up or compresses. Now, another reason why this compression is important is because of Rachel's rank of executive. Rachel needs 2 legs of 1,000 OGV, but at the top of a leg has to be somebody who has a 100 PV order. Since my order is only 50 PV, I can't be at the top of the leg. So if I have other people underneath me, I've got Abigail on my team, and I have other people on my team, and all of our orders added together equal 1,000, it doesn't count, because I cannot be the top of a leg. However, because Abigail's team equals 1,000, and Abigail does qualify as the top of a leg because of her 100 PV order, then she can count as Rachel's second leg, and Lizzie was the first leg, and I'm just an extra person that Rachel's making money on, but I do not count for her rank. Abigail counts for her rank. Now, if next month I make an order of 100 PV, then I can be the top of the leg, but the key is the top of the leg has to be 100 PV, and the leg itself has to be 1,000 OGV. If my team is 1,000 and Abigail's is only 750, then it won't count, because I'm not qualified as the top of the leg, and even though she is, her leg didn't quite make the OGV mark. But as long as her leg makes the OGV mark and she qualifies at the top of the leg, then Rachel's still good at executive. Now we're going to talk about the rank of silver. Rachel has made it to silver now, and in order to make silver from executive, she didn't have to add any more legs. She just had to help the legs she had grow. So she still has 2 legs. Now instead of 1,000 OGV on each, she needs 4,000 OGV on each. She still needs the top of the leg to order 100 PV in the month. She herself still has to order 100 PV in the month as well. And then her whole team has to order 10,000 OGV altogether. Now with silver, there's an additional requirement that we didn't have with executive, and that is the PGV. Rachel has to have 1,000 PGV, and this includes the orders of everybody on her team except for these 2 legs. It can't include Ezra or his team, or Jesse or his team. It can only include Rachel's orders and the orders of other people in other legs. This requirement doesn't change from silver all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. It's only 1000 PGV the whole time, whereas the OGV will change, the number of legs will change, the amount of OGV on the legs themselves will change. This will not change, and Rachel needing to order 100 PV will not change. The legs, the top of the legs needing to order 100 PV will not change. These things will stay the same. So the difference between silver and executive as far as pay, Rachel's still getting paid on 5 levels. She's getting paid 8% on her first level, 5% on her second level, 3% on levels 3, 4, and 5. Now, in addition, she's getting what is called generation pay. Rachel is considered a generation in and of herself. So her pay for her team is 2.5%. Includes everything she orders. It includes everything on everybody on Ezra's team orders. So essentially, it's like she's getting paid 10.5% on him, 7.5% on the next level, 5.5% on the next 3 levels, and then, but with generation pay, you don't stop at 5 levels. You're getting paid all the way down. So level 6 through infinity, you're getting that 2.5% as a generation. As silver, you get paid on 3 generations. So what that means is you yourself are a generation, and you're getting 2.5% on you and your team. If Ezra also becomes a silver, now he is his own generation, and Rachel is not getting paid on his generation, this 2.5%. She's getting 2.5% on herself, and she's getting 3% on Ezra and his team, and everybody under him. Now, if baby Grace here becomes a silver also, Rachel's not going to get the 2.5% on her, and she's not going to get the 3% on Ezra. She's going to get a 3% on baby Grace herself. Now, you might ask, what's the difference between the 3% here and the 3% here? Right now, there's no difference, but when you get up to higher levels, you'll start seeing a difference. Rachel only gets paid on 3 generations, this generation pay. She gets 2.5% for her. She gets 3% for the first generation, 3% for the second generation, and that's it. So if baby Grace recruits somebody that also becomes a silver, then Rachel won't get paid the 3% on that person unless she gains rank. So we'll talk about what it looks like to gain rank. So for now, she's getting paid on her generation and 2 following generations. The next rank is gold. And to be at gold, your entire organization needs to be at 3,000 OGV. Now, instead of 2 legs, you need 3. And instead of 4,000 OGV, each leg needs to be at 6,000 OGV. So now Rachel has 3 legs, even though we aren't showing one here. Each leg's at 6,000. Rachel herself is at 35,000. And now she's getting paid on the 3rd generation. So she gets paid on 2.5% on her generation herself, 3% on the first generation, 3% on the second generation, 3% on the 3rd generation. Next rank is platinum. And for platinum, the team OGV needs to be at 100,000. Now there needs to be 4 legs, and all 4 legs need to be at 8,000 OGV. Once again, the 1,000 PGV doesn't change. The requirement for 100 PV for the top of the leg doesn't change. Only the leg OGV and the total OGV changes. But now she's getting paid on 4 generations as a platinum. So she gets paid on herself first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Next level is diamond. And once again, we just add total OGV up to 250,000. We add a leg. So now we need 5 legs. And each of those 5 legs need 15,000 OGV for diamond. And at diamond, Rachel's getting paid on her generation 2.5, and then 3% on generations 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The next level is crown diamond. Once again, we just increase the total OGV to 750,000, and we increase to 6 legs at 20,000 OGV each. This is crown diamond. She's still getting paid on those directly under her, the 8%, 5%, and then 4% down to 3 levels. She's also getting a generation pay, 2.5% on herself, 3% on generations 2 through 7. Okay, nothing's changing there. The last highest rank is Royal Crown Diamond. With Royal Crown Diamond, the total OGV goes up to 1.5 million. You don't have to include a second leg or a 7th leg. You stay at 6 legs, but the total for each leg is 35,000 now. So for Royal Crown Diamond, the highest level in Young Living, the person at the top has to make their 100 PV order for the month. They have to have 1,000 PGV order for everybody that's not in one of their legs. They need to have 6 legs, and each of those 6 legs need to have at least 35,000 OGV. Now their pay, once again, they still get paid on 5 levels directly, and then they get 2.5% on their generation, 3% on generations 2 through 7, and then on the 8th generation they get 1%. Now you understand commissions. Now we're going to talk about bonuses. With commissions, when you have a large team, commissions can really help with consistency of income, but bonuses really help as you're building your business. And Young Living has a great set of bonuses because they're kind of specific to different levels of growth. The first 2 kind of go together. One's called the Premium Kit Bonus and the other one's called the Fast Start Bonus. And those 2 together are for beginners. So Abigail here just became a wholesale member with Young Living, and she wants to learn how to start making money. So I've encouraged her to sell a premium kit to her friends, and so she sponsored Rachel, who bought a premium kit. And a premium kit is $150, but it's worth 100 PV. So Rachel's at 100 PV, and Abigail got the premium kit bonus, which is $25. Plus, for the first 3 months that Rachel is a member of Young Living, all of her purchases, Abigail will get 25%. So 25% of 100 is 25. So she gets another $25 as soon as she signs up Rachel. So she gets $50 for selling a premium kit to Rachel. Now, if Abigail's helping Rachel build a business as well and teaches Rachel how to sell a premium kit, then she's going to get a bonus for that as well. And so Ezra is recruited by Rachel. and he gets a premium kit, which was 100 PV. And because he got the premium kit, Rachel got the premium kit bonus and the 25% for the first 3 months, which includes his first purchase of the premium kit. So she got $50, and because Abigail helped her make that sale, Abigail gets $10. Now, in order for Abigail to earn her 50 and her 10, she has to make an order of at least 50 PV to get that bonus. Now, Rachel had to order at least 50 PV to get her bonus also, but obviously 100 PV covers that. So that is the bonus for beginners. The fast start bonus, a lot of people kind of lump the premium kit bonus and the fast start bonus together and just call it fast start bonus. If they do that, don't be confused. If they say the fast start bonus gets you $50, that's what they're talking about. Because the premium kit, 25, fast start, 25%. Now, the second and third month, they're probably not going to get a premium kit again, but as they continue to order in those second and third months, the sponsor will continue to get the 25% on what they order, and then after the first 3 months are over, then it'll go back to the regular commission schedule at 8% or 5% for their second level. The next bonus we're going to talk about is the Rising Star bonus. Abigail has been with Young Living for a while now, and she's wanting to try to start building a business, and the Rising Star bonus will help her do just that because it encourages her to build a strong team. In order to be eligible for this bonus, she has to order 100 PV on Essential Rewards. That's why we have the yellow paper to indicate Essential Rewards. She herself has to do that, and then she has to have 3 team members who also order 100 PV on Essential Rewards. And these team members have to be on her first direct line. So we have Felicity, Rainbow Bear, and Warfield that are all ordering 100 PV, and their teams together are ordering 300 OGV. So this could be 300 that they spend on their own, or 300 with their team added to their 100 PV, and their team doesn't have to be necessarily on Essential Rewards, as long as the top of the leg is on Essential Rewards. So having 3 members doing that will earn Abigail 1 share. And the reason it's called a share is because it's kind of a profit sharing deal. They take a percentage of Young Living's profits, divided up by the number of shares earned, and that determines what each share is worth. And it's anywhere from $45 to $50 depending on the month. So I have these little monies here that say 45 on them, and Abigail has earned 1 share because she has 3 team members at 300 OGV. The last bonus we have to talk about this afternoon is the Generational Leadership bonus. This bonus is for people who are at the rank of silver or above. And once again, this is the profit sharing bonus. A certain percentage of Young Living's profits is set aside and divided by the number of shares earned, and then depending on how many shares you have and the worth of the value of the share, that's what determines how much you're getting paid. So all you have to do to get a share in this bonus is to be a silver. For being a silver, you get a share. So Lizzie is a silver, she gets a share, and usually it's anywhere from $135 to $150. Last month it was $137. So she has 1 share for being a silver. Now, if anybody under her that she has signed up or anywhere on her team is a silver, then she also gets 1 share for that person being a silver. So if she sponsored Abigail, Abigail sponsored Jesse, Jesse sponsored Johnny, and Johnny became a silver, Johnny would get a share, and Lizzie would get another share because Johnny's a silver under her. And then if Ezra becomes a silver, then he'll get a share, and because Johnny sponsored him, Johnny gets another share, and then Lizzie gets another share. And then if Jesse becomes a silver, he gets a share, and Lizzie gets another share. And if Abigail becomes a silver, she gets a share, and Lizzie gets another share. And every time you get another silver under you, that's one more share every single month. Now, if you become a gold, you get 2 shares. So if Lizzie is a gold, she gets 2 shares. And if Abigail's a gold, Abigail gets 2 shares, and Lizzie gets another 2 shares because Abigail is her gold. And so on. Any of these people who become gold, Lizzie gets 2 shares. Now, if Johnny becomes a platinum, he gets 3 shares. Oh. One thing about this bonus, you can't earn more shares than your rank is worth. So even though Johnny is below Lizzie and he gets 3 shares, Lizzie only gets 2 shares for Johnny. She also gets 2 for Abigail because she's a gold. She gets 1 for Jesse because he's silver, 1 for Ezra because he's silver, but just 2 for Johnny. Now, once she becomes platinum, the same as Johnny, she gets 3 shares for herself and 3 shares for Johnny, plus the 2 for Abigail being a gold, 1 for Jesse being a silver, 1 for Ezra being a silver. Diamonds earn 4 shares, Crown Diamonds earn 5 shares, Royal Crown Diamonds earn 6 shares. And whoever you have underneath you, who is at any of those ranks, you get the number of shares that they're worth, as long as your rank is equal to or greater than their rank. And that is the generational leadership bonus. Okay, that concludes Young Living's compensation plan covering commissions through bonuses. There were a couple things I forgot to mention whenever I was talking about the Fast Start bonus. The first thing was Fast Start bonus is eligible to everyone. As long as you're signing people up, you're going to get 25% on all their orders for the first 3 months. And if they're getting premium kits, you're going to get $25 for that. Both of those are eligible for everyone as long as you're making the required either 50 or 100 PV orders each month. The second thing, I want to make a little disclaimer here for those of you who are not technical or get a little weirded out by too much numbers. You may not care about this part, but just for those of us who are kind of numbers geeks or whatever, we don't want to know these things in case we're trying to calculate our checks or whatever. You'll want to keep this in mind because the first couple times I tried to calculate a check and didn't know about this, it kind of threw me off. So that is, with the Fast Start bonus, when somebody's making 25% on the first level and 10% on their second level, because so much of the new people's orders are being paid out in commissions, that 25%, that 10%, that's 35% that the company's not making on those people. Those orders, only 30% of them are considered toward any other kind of pay. So whether it's the 4% on people who are 3 levels or more above them, or it's the generation pay, or whatever other kind of commissions you're talking about, you're only looking at, Young Living only considers 30% of that. So for example, if I sign up somebody with a premium kit and that premium kit is worth 100 PV, then I'm going to get 25%. The person above me is going to get 10%, but the people above that are only going to get 4% on $30, not 4% on $100. And whoever's the silver above us, their 2.5% generational pay is going to be on $30, not on $100. But once that person has been in for 4 months, then their pay schedule is just like everybody else's, so that 30% isn't applicable anymore. And I hope I covered everything sufficiently. If you have any questions, you can refer to our website or get a hold of us with any questions you might have. Thank you.